Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today I am going to discuss volatile fatty acids production. I am Dr. Muhammad Kamar, Assistant Professor, Department of Animal Nutrition, Cholistan University of Veterinary and Animal Sciences, Bahawalpur. Ruminant feed consists of plant source carbohydrates, which can be classified as structural and non-structural carbohydrates. Structural carbohydrates are less digestible than non-structural carbohydrates due to the beta-1,4 glycosidic bonds. Ruminants can digest these carbohydrates by the help of microbes harboring the reticulorumen of the ruminants through the process of fermentation. Rumen fermentation is a metabolic process in which an organism anaerobically converts ingested feed into the energy sources for the host. That energy source is volatile fatty acids. In volatile fatty acids, mainly acetic acid, propionic acid, and butyric acids are produced. These are the major volatile fatty acids of carbohydrate fermentation by ruminal microbes and accounts for up to 95% of the total organic acids produced in the rumen. Other than volatile fatty acids, lactic acid and branched chain fatty acids are produced, but these acids are produced in a minute quantity. The process of volatile fatty acids production consists of two stages. The first one stage is the extracellular hydrolysis, and the second one is the microbial metabolism. This is the sketch diagram of the rumen. The rumen compartment can be divided into three phases. At the bottom, there is a solid phase where the solid dense feed particles are accumulated and the microbes they are attached to the feed particles. At this phase, the continuous fermentation is going on. This is the middle layer where this is called as the liquid phase, in which the feed particles are floating and the rumen microbes like bacteria, fungi, and ciliated protozoa are also floating and attached to the feed particles. The upper portion is the gaseous phase, where different gases like carbon dioxide and the hydrogen they are produced. These carbon dioxide and the hydrogen gases, they are utilized by the methanogens and converted into the methane gas. And these methane gas are belched out of the body time to time. The first feed is chewed and broken mechanically into the small pieces. By this, the surface area is increased and the microbes which are free floating, they colonizes themselves around the substrate. The first step in the feed and fiber degradation is the attachment of the microbes to the feed particle. And the attachment is mediated by the capsule, and in some cases by specific binding proteins may be involved. The carbohydrates in feed include polymers like cellulase, hemicellulase, pectin, and the starches. Bacteria, ciliated protozoa, and fungi produces a variety of the glycosyl hydrolases that break down the glycosidic bond to produce oligosaccharide first and then di and monosaccharides. Several species of the ruminal bacteria and ciliated protozoa and all the species of the ruminal fungi, they possess the cellularic activities. Cellulase is the most abundant of the plant carbohydrates. Hydrolysis of the cellulose to disaccharide cellobiose occurs by the secretion of an extracellular cellulase enzyme. Fibrobacter succinogenes, Ruminococcus albus, and Ruminococcus flavificans have the ability of producing extracellular cellulase in response to the presence of the cellulose. Cellobiose are finally hydrolyzed to the glucose by the action of the enzyme cellobiase. Hemicellulose mostly consists of pentoses, which is broken down by the hemicellulase enzyme to xylobiose and then to the xylose. These both cellulose and hemicellulose are fermented slowly in the rumen. Pectin are the most important of the structural carbohydrates found in the plant cell wall and are fermented much more rapidly than cellulose or hemicellulose. Pectins are hydrolyzed by the Prevotellus species and Streptococcus bovis first into the pectic acid and then by the action of the pectin lyases into the galacturonic acid. Then these galacturonic acids are converted to the xylose. Starch is rapidly digested in the rumen, and the extent of the digestion depends on the grain type and the degree of the grain processing. The major amylolytic bacteria in the rumen include Ruminobacter amylophilus, Salmonella rumenantum, and Streptococcus purus. Starch is hydrolyzed by microbial amylases to dextrins, and then from the dextrins to the maltose. And then by the action of the maltase enzyme, these are converted into the glucose. The major feed polymers are hydrolyzed to glucose, cellobiose, and xylose. The major end product is glucose, but the glucose is rarely detected in the rumen fluid. After solubilizing substrates, the soluble nutrients are transported across the plasma membrane of the microbial cell. The pathways involved are in many respects similar to those involved in the metabolism of carbohydrates by the animal itself. The Embden-Meyerhof pathway is the basis for glucose metabolism of the phosphorylated sugars under anaerobic conditions. The glucose is converted in the rumen to pyruvic acid by the rumen microbes. Two molecules of the pyruvic acid, each containing 3 carbon atoms, are formed from one molecule of the glucose. When glucose enters the cell, it is immediately phosphorylated to form glucose 6-phosphate. The phosphate donor in this reaction is ATP, and the enzyme used is hexokinase. In the next reaction, the glucose 6-phosphate is isomerized to the fructose 6-phosphate by the action of the phosphoglucose. Then the subsequent phosphorylation of this fructose 6-phosphate converts it into the fructose 1,6 biphosphate by the action of the phosphofructokinase. Then this 6 carbon monomer, it is converted into the 2,3 carbon phosphates, which are the dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Then this dihydroxyacetone is converted into the glyceraldehyde phosphate, and they form the 2 molecules of the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Then this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is oxidized to 1,3-5-phosphoglycerate, which then converts into the 3-phosphoglycerate by generating a molecule of the ATP. Then this 3-phosphoglycerate is converted into the 2-phosphoglycerate, which then dehydrated to form the phosphoenol pyruvate. This phosphoenol pyruvate finally converts to the pyruvate by the action of the pyruvate kinase, and it also generates one molecule of the ATP. Pyruvate is the key intermediate that links sugar degradation to the further steps involved in the production of final end products. Pyruvate is further fermented to yield the acetic, propionic, and butyric acid in the rumen by different pathways. Fermentation is a sequential process in which the end product of one microbe serves as an intermediate substrate. That intermediate substrate is utilized by another microbe and produce different end products. In the production of the acetate, pyruvate is first oxidatively decarboxylated to yield carbon dioxide, and then this pyruvate in the presence of the coenzyme A is converted into the acetyl coenzyme A. This acetyl coenzyme A is then converted to the acetyl phosphate. The acetyl phosphate then can be converted to the acetate by the action of the acetate kinase, and it also produces one molecule of the ATP. The second pathway of the formation of the acetate is through the pyruvate formate lyase enzyme. In this pathway, pyruvate in the presence of the coenzyme A is converted into the acetyl coenzyme A. But difference is that in this pathway, instead of releasing the carbon dioxide, they form the formic acid or formate. This formic acid is then oxidized to form the carbon dioxide. Then this carbon dioxide is utilized by the methanogens to produce the methane gas. In butyric acid formation, first the pyruvate is converted into the acetyl-CoA. Then this acetyl-CoA in the presence of another acetyl-CoA, they fuse together and they form the acetoacetyl coenzyme A. This acetoacetyl coenzyme A is reduced to the beta-hydroxybutyryl coenzyme A, which is followed by the dehydration to the crotonyl coenzyme A. This crotonyl coenzyme A is the intermediate substrate in the formation of the butyric acid. This crotonyl coenzyme A is the final electron acceptor, and it accepts the electron from this cofactor NADH. and it is converted into the butyryl-CoA. This butyryl-CoA is then converted into the butyryl phosphate, which then converts to the butyrate and also generate one molecule of the ATP. The production of the butyrate from the acetyl-CoA produces an ATP and consumes 2 units of the reducing power per unit of the butyrate formed. Propionic acid is formed by mainly 2 routes. Most of the propionate is formed by the succinate route and mostly employed when the diet consists of mainly fibrous feed or the diet is consisted of fibrous feed and the concentrate feed. The rest of the propionate is formed by the acrylate pathway and mostly when the diet consists of high proportion of the concentrates. In succinate pathway, the pyruvate or phosphoenol pyruvate is carboxylated to produce the oxaloacetate. This oxaloacetate is then reduced to form the malate. This malate is then dehydrated to form the fumarate. This fumarate serves as the terminal electron acceptors and it accepts the electrons from this cofactor, coenzyme. Then this will be converted into the succinate and also produce one molecule of the ATP. The succinate is converted to succinyl coenzyme A by thiokinase consuming an ATP molecule. The succinyl CoA is then mutated to the methyl malonyl coenzyme A by a vitamin B12 catalyzed reaction. It is then decarboxylated to produce the propionyl CoA, which is then converted into the propionate. In acrylate pathway, the pyruvate is reduced to form the lactate. The lactate is then energized to form the lactyl coenzyme A. That lactyl coenzyme A is converted to the acrylyl coenzyme A. This acrylyl coenzyme A is the final electron acceptor. It accepts the electron and it is reduced to the propionyl coenzyme A. Then this propionyl coenzyme A is then finally converted into the propionate. By this way, carbohydrate is first hydrolyzed by the human microbes into the monomers, and then these monomers, by the process of microbial fermentation, are converted into the volatile fatty acids. Thank you very much.